fucking great. My name is Emilia Barrosse, proper noun. Names are cool. Let's start there. First names. I find first names particularly fascinating because we connect with them on such a deep level, and yet we have no say in what we get named. You know, we're just not consulted on that choice at all. And because that's how life works, some people just have to walk around for the rest of their lives as Randy. That's not fair. You know, I feel like no one, apologies to Randys, but I feel like no one deserves to be born to a Randy situation, you know? Like my name sounds pretty fine, Emilia Barrosse, so it's just spelled really fucking weirdly, I guess. My parents decided that so that I would know life was gonna be hard from a young age, I guess. Know life was difficult pretty much immediately. My first name's Emilia, which, you know, we've all heard that before, but mine is spelled E-M-I-L-I-A, so it looks a lot like the name Emily if you're too lazy to read to the end of a fucking 6-letter word. You know, it's not a marathon. But I'm constantly getting called Emily, which means people are just constantly looking at my name and going, E-M, I fucking get this. This is gonna be on. Let's fucking move on. Better things to do in my day than read this tiny ass fucking word. Yeah, this is very annoying. If I'm getting read off of a roster, 100% of the time my name is either mispronounced or people just ignore it and say what's in their heart at the moment, I have to imagine. Like, again, this is so huge. My name is Emilia Barrosse, okay? It's so huge. And twice in my life, I've been read off of a roster as Emily Bonaducci. It's completely fucking true. The first time I didn't even respond because I thought, no way, it's been bad, but never this bad. And it was. It was tough. And speaking of tough, let me go ahead and talk about the Central American drug crisis. Because it's on the tip of everyone. I could tell everyone was thinking it. It was just a matter of who was going to be the first one to start talking about it. And it might as well be me. I am your hostess, after all. The Central American drug crisis. It's real. It's there. It's a fucking nightmare. And the other day I was trying to bitch about my life to my mother. Because she's great for that. And I was talking to her about the struggles in my life, you know, like right now. Number one, AAA is up my ass because I keep locking my keys in my car because I'm a fucking human being, and I'm not going to be sad about that. Apparently, AAA only allows you to be a human 4 times in the span of 6 months. But fucking sometimes it's more, because sometimes you have a fast-paced life and you don't fucking remember if your keys are in your fucking car, and your car's from before 2006, before they had things in... Anyways. It's a lot of fees, is what I'm trying to say. Another fucking difficulty is that a lot of my favorite movies right now, not available for instant stream on Netflix. So Netflix wants me to fucking wait for it in the mail like it's the fucking Civil War? The fuck century do you think it is, Netflix? Okay, that one was a little too far, but you know, life is hard. Life is hard. It's not always easy, okay? It's not always on instant stream. So I was talking to my mom about this, and she's like, Emilia, I hear you, but I read a story the other day. I feel like it's gonna help you get some perspective. Emilia, there is a bean farmer in Guatemala. And I was like, okay, great, this is gonna be great. What's the bean farmer's story? And she's like, and every month, the drug cartels come to his farm, okay? And they take all of his beans, and they take all of his money, and if that's not enough, they take one of his sons too. And then they put the sons in the drug cartels, and it's the next generation of drug lords, and it's a vicious circle. So just put yourself in that man's shoes, Emilia, and get some perspective. I was like, okay, Mom, I actually have a perspective on that. I am a 24-year-old white female born and raised in the suburbs of Los Angeles. Not going to be able to relate to the middle-aged bean farmer living in Guatemala. For a couple of reasons, Mom, that should really just jump right on out at you. Number one, I don't know the first thing about harvesting beans. Let's start there. You put me on a bean farm, I'm just lost. I'm dead weight. All I am is in everybody's way, okay? I don't know the first thing to do. Second of all, relationships between me and drug cartels have been amicable, if not completely non-existent. So good on you for that, for shielding me from that strife, okay? I'm not going to be able to relate to the middle-aged bean farmer living in Guatemala. Here's what I know, Mom. I own a Chrysler. From 1999, that's what I fucking know, okay? That's my life, that's my truth, okay? I will watch Burn Notice if it's on, okay? Won't go out of my way to watch Burn Notice, but if it's on, sure, I'll watch. I'll give Burn Notice some time. Sure, I'll give it its screen time, you know? That's my truth. I read all 4 of the Twilight books. And then I fucking saw all 5 of them in the theaters, okay? I know Twilight. That's the shit that I know, not farming beans in Guatemala as a middle-aged man. I don't know that life. And by the way, what kind of a life would I have to be living if I could? Mom, you would have had to fuck up seriously down the road at some point. If I was like, bean farming struggle in Guatemala, fucking, I know that, who fucking doesn't? Let's put a mono in the air for that struggle, fucking hijo de puta. That's probably racist, but I don't even know enough to know if it is, you know? Like, if I could relate, sure, I wouldn't give a shit about AAA. I wouldn't own a car. I'd have to worry about keeping my mule alive or something. Again, I don't know how bean farming works, but I'm assuming livestock is involved at some stage, you know? Like, sure, I wouldn't have read the Twilight books. I would use that shit for kindling, which even in this life is a much better idea, guys. Use that shit for kindling. Do not read it. If you want to have the perspective talk, you talk to my great-great-grandparents, okay? Because they were farmers and they get that, you know? But my great-grandparents didn't plow the North 40 so that I, a century later, could plow the North 40, you know? Like, they plowed it so that a century later I could sit my ass on the 40, bitch about Burn Notice and AAA, you know? So don't shit on the American dream, Mom, because you're looking at it. This is the American dream. That's what you're looking at. All right, are you guys ready for some hilarious fucking comics? All right, well, you can listen. The very first comic, you're going to be able to catch him in the upcoming Ghostbusters movie.